Hi, this is Albert and you are watching Learn English with Victoria. So, please press the subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it, and give a thumbs up if you like our video. Hi friends. There are plenty of English words that confuse you, because they look similar, they sound similar. This lesson will be useful for you if you are learning English, because these words can be kind of tricky. In this lesson today, I am going to share some pairs of words that are often confused. Before starting the video, please take a book and pen. If you find anything new, please write it. Let's get on with the lesson. The first pair of words are adapt and adopt. These two words look and sound almost exactly alike, which is why they are confusing. The only difference is the vowel in the middle. The word adapt means to change, or to change something, to suit different conditions or uses. Here are some examples of adapt. It took me a while to adapt to the new job. We had to adapt our plans to fit Sam's timetable. The word adopt means to accept or start to use something new. For example, I think it's time to adopt a different strategy in my dealings with him. They have adopted a baby girl. Next up are the words adverse and averse. Both adjectives are commonly used to indicate opposition to a thing, or disfavor. The word adverse means contrary interests or welfare. Adverse tends to be found applied to things, rather than people. The Commission considered a number of possible remedies for the adverse effects it had identified. Planners said the development would have an adverse environmental and visual impact on the area. If you say that you are not averse to something, you mean that you like it or want to do it. Averse is far more likely to be used of people. Let's go through some examples. Few people are averse to the idea of a free holiday. Few politicians are averse to appearing on television. Number 3 is the pair of advice and advise. Advice is a noun. That means an opinion that someone offers you about what you should do, or how you should act in a particular situation. The C of advice sounds like S. For example, I need some advice on which computer to buy. My advice is to go by train. Advise is a verb that means to suggest what should be done, to recommend, or to give information to someone. The S of advice sounds like Z. Here are some examples of advise. His doctor advised him against smoking. They are advising that children be kept at home. Number 4 is the pair of affect and effect. The words affect and effect are frequently misused and confused, one being used incorrectly in place of the other. Both words can be used as either nouns or verbs. The word affect means to have an influence on someone or something, or to cause a change in someone or something. Affect is chiefly used as a verb. For example, it's a disease that affects mainly older people. Both buildings were badly affected by the fire. The word affect means the result of a particular influence. Effect is used both as noun and verb, although it is more commonly used as a noun. Here are some examples of effect. Certain chemicals have been banned because of their damaging effect on the environment. This drug may have the effect of speeding up your heart rate. Next up are the words afflict and inflict. These two verbs are easily confused because they are similar in sound and meaning. But there are clear differences between them. The word afflict means cause great unhappiness for distress. For example, despite some success, like acid rain and ozone protection, environmental issues continue to afflict us. It is an illness that afflicts women more than men. The word inflict means to force someone to experience something very unpleasant. Here are some examples of inflict. The suffering inflicted on these children was unimaginable. These new bullets are capable of inflicting massive injuries. The difference between the two is whether the emphasis is on the one suffering, or the one causing the suffering. Number 6 is the pair of aggravate and aggregate. Aggravate and aggregate are two words that are very close in spelling and pronunciation, but have very different meanings. Let's look at the difference between the definitions of aggravate and aggregate. The word aggravate means make worse or more serious. For example, It really aggravates me when the car won't start, after all the money we put into it. Road repair work has aggravated the problem of traffic congestion. The word aggregate means a whole formed by combining several separate elements. Here are some examples of aggregate. The specimen is an aggregate of rock and mineral fragments. They purchased an aggregate of 300 shares in the company. Happy. Let's now turn to number 7. Alternate and alternative. Alternate and alternative are easily confused words. People often say alternate when they mean alternative, maybe because it's shorter. Let's look at the difference between the definitions of alternate and alternative. The word alternate means occur in turn repeatedly. For example, she alternated between cheerfulness and deep despair. He alternated working in the office with long tours overseas. The word alternative means available as another possibility or choice. For example, the opposition parties have so far failed to set out an alternative strategy. An alternative venue for the concert is being sought. Well, I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for something awesome.